Opinion. Let us know. This is athletics.
Bath
hashtag
chat.
that. Bath chat. Hashtag bath chat. So
don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Now we're on the track now for the 2 of timed finals. So athletes from this race can still potentially get medals. We've got 12 starters in the field from the inside New South Wales. We actually have 4 New South Wales athletes in a row. So to save me saying too many words, Hugh Dobson, Finlay McPhillips, Nicholas Katsilas and Max Mann. From Queensland, Kieran Thompson and Will Morris. From Tasmania, Lachlan Chambers. From Victoria, Joel McGill and Dale Carroll. Dale Carroll was probably the athlete that moved up into the first race, getting a silver. So I think him accidentally entering in no time. This is why you need to enter seed times athletes, because when there's timed finals, you might find yourself in the B race.
So the officials have been very nice and generous to Dale Carroll, I'll tell you that.
And it worked out in his favour. He now is a bronze medalist. Well, not confirmed. Third at the moment. Stuart Geddes from New South Wales, Hamish Lazaro from Victoria, and Callum McLeod from New South Wales. Now, if we want to talk a few more finished facts, there was a mention of smoked reindeer pizza. Now, little known fact, reindeer milk is a delicacy.
Yeah, not with it. No, not
it's got the fat content, 22%, several more times than cow's milk. Unfortunately, it's actually really tricky to get. You need 2 people to milk a reindeer. And the female reindeers only produce about 700 mils or 1.5 to 2 cups of milk a time. So
I'm not going to enter into this conversation because I don't know if we go down the path.
They claim it's delicious, creamy, high-fat milk, but low in volume. So it's one of those things. I love fresh reindeer yogurt. Was a quote that someone said at one point in time. Not me.
I doubt the validity of that statement and whether anyone has said that before.
I've read it on the internet. It's true.
As we go back to the steeple, enough milking chat. As we see there, the New South Wales athlete in Max Mann currently leading this second of 2-time finals. It was probably a good thing that GT was away from the desk, so he didn't have to put up with that milking chat. The Queenslander there is right next to him, Will Morris. And also McLeod from New South Wales. A lot of these athletes with seed times in the low 10s. So there are some quality athletes out there. There's no reason why any of these couldn't snatch away one of the medals from the athletes in the first timed final. As they go through 1,000 metres here in this steeplechase. Well, Morris expertly negotiating that steeple. As you can see there, that really shows how much of a difference it can make if you take the hurdle cleanly, the steeple cleanly, I should say. Really came off that one, was able to put a good few metres into the New South Wales athletes. You can see there, he's looking strong. Nice and controlled, he's comfortable.
So you will find a lot of the athletes in this second of 2-timed finals are of the younger age in this under-20s. So a lot of those 18-year-olds, it is their first season over the 3,000-metre steeplechase, so it is a little bit of a new introduction, a new event.
I'm just watching there. What do you call his hands? So they're not together, they're not straight, they're not spread.
They're not knife hands,
they're sort of
they're
just
not rake hands.
Relaxed a little bit, they're open. What do we call that? Might have to come up with the
baby cups
term for it.
It's a small cupped hand.
No, not liking it. We need to come up with something else.
I feel like if you aren't delivering anything, then you can't deny
Well,
what's out there.
It's getting close to the javelin hands. The javelin hand. So
Please.
you think of how you hold a javelin like that. You know, sometimes people will run with javelin hands.
No.
No, not paying that one.
I prefer the baby cups.
That's how you hold a javelin.
No. I did get
Baby
to...
cups just doesn't sound good. That's the issue I have with it.
Well, sometimes it's not about how it sounds.
Well,
It's about what it does.
if you're telling your mates you have baby cup hands,
No. You don't say, I'm doing it. You have it while you're racing. It was the old practice where, I don't know if when you were younger, your coach made you hold a potato chip between your thumb and your hand so you had relaxed hands. Because if you crushed the chip, you were too stressed out while you were running.
look, I don't know what weird and
But
wonderful
if you got to
things
finish
they
the
do.
rep, then you could eat the chip. If you crushed it while you were running,
Well, that
chip
is-
crumbs
that is-
all over the track.
That is the first for me. I haven't heard of that one before.
You must have already been a relaxed athlete then.
But I would like to know if anyone else out there has done chip hands, had chips in the hand while running,
Just underneath,
to help them to relax.
if you put yourself in a fist, thumb over the index finger on the knuckle, just holding it nice and gently,
Yeah,
nice and relaxed.
I don't know about you, Lynchy, today. I think
I'm hungry.
maybe it's
Could
just
really do
you're
some chips
dreaming
and
of
some reindeer milk
Yeah.
right now.
So if anyone's in the stadium listening up, if you've got chips, we'd love chips up here. So if you have a packet to spare, we would gladly accept them. But we go back to the steeple, 6:30, 3:04 through 2K. Still Will Morris, a Queenslander, in the lead in this one. Still got a K to go, but he's looking good. If he can maybe pick the pace up in this one, he'll be looking good for that just over 10-minute mark, which could possibly get himself a medal. It's not out of the question.
You'll need to go around the 9:30, 9:20 mark for the medals.
This is true. Which is going to have to go sub 3-minute K. Okay. That's going to be tough. But this brings back the question of, do you want to be the back end of the first final or winning the second one?
And it's funny today. Oh no, they're still doing the same thing. They're having the higher seeded race first,
Yep.
keeping it that same. I'm
Yep.
not sure of the idea of that.
So Callum McLeod, New South Wales, is trying hard to get up onto the back of Will Morris. But Will just holding that gap between the two athletes. The last couple of times around, it stayed consistent. They get the bell.
Fingers crossed he needs an 80-second lap to get sub 10. I'm sure that's a barrier. He is coming in with a 10:10, so it'll be a solid PB for him.
Looking good in the new Queensland outfit, I must say.
I wonder who designed that.
Oh, I don't know.
Someone who probably thinks of crazy, awesome names for things like baby cups, and that's about it.
It's pretty much the best and only thing you've ever done. And it wasn't even that good to start with.
Baby cups? Yeah, I agree. The best thing.
But
So-
Morris still running away with this one. He's got a lead of about 25 to 30 metres over McLeod. So he looks like he's going to take out this second of two-time finals here. But he'll be really wanting that sub 10-minute run, I must say. As you said, Lynchy, a seed of 10-10. So he probably hasn't gone sub 10 before. He's got 10 seconds to do it. One steeple to negotiate. He's over it. Really puts the head down. Dig deep. It's going to be close. He's just going to miss it. 10:02, 1:08 unofficially. But there's a chance it could be a PB. And rightfully so, he's not hanging around. He's going off to get into the shade and off the track and rest. He's earned that rest.
Well, he's found some shade.
He has. He hasn't found much of it, but it's enough at the moment. That's what happens when you give it all, put it out on the track. In tough conditions too. Really tough conditions. Would have been interesting to see Dale Carroll in that one, having to do the work from the front, knowing he had the ability to
knowing
take home the medal.
He could run mid to low nines and without entering a seed. That's why you've got to enter a seed time.
Yep.